What's up, DeFi Degens? Welcome back to my DeFi life. Welcome back to another day in DeFi. It's usually not going to make some gains in this space. I'm going to take you through the simple steps that I take to find tokens to grid trade with. Very easy to do. I've got two options to find grid trading tokens, and we're going to go through those right now. Now, grid trading is an option you can utilize with DeFi Solana bot. Now, DeFi Solana bot is a trading bot trading Solana tokens. Link is in the description if you do wish to use DeFi Solana bot for grid trading. And just briefly to let you know, grid trading is pretty much volume trading. You're buying the dips and selling the pumps within a certain percentage range. We're going to go through those details very shortly. But first, let's jump into my first way of finding tokens to grid trade. Now here we are in DeFi Solana bot. You can see the menu here, grid. Just jump into grid and you can add a new grid here. But before we do, we need to find a token add to the grid. So let's jump into one of my favorite ways of doing it is using June. Jumping into June, I have a pump fund stats dashboard here, and it shows you the week's stats for all the tokens that are pumping on Pump Fund. I have this link also in the description of the video below, so make sure you utilize that link for this June stats page if you want to find your own DeFi Solana bot grid trading opportunities. Now scroll down here, we have today's Pump Fund stats. Now I'm not too interested in today's pumps or today's tokens that are really pumping. It's fantastic, but maybe a bit too volatile still, maybe a bit too early as well. So what I want to do is I want to scroll down to yesterday's pumps. So you might find that tokens that pumped yesterday have certainly leveled out or are dumping back down to lower levels. So we just need to find those tokens that have leveled out or are still grinding upwards and to the right. So I normally like my ranges for grid trading between 1 and 10 million. Anything above that is possible also, but we still need to look at that volume to make sure that it is still pumping. So what I normally do here, we've got our tokens between 1 and 10 million, and all I need to do is open up these tokens in Dex Screener. Just right click, open up all these tokens. This might take 10 to 20 minutes to find a token to grid trade with, but it's well worth it once you find a token to grid trade with. I'm just going to do a real quick overview of these tokens for the sake of this video to show you what I want to look for when I'm looking for grid trading opportunities. So we jump into Dex Screener, and we need to jump into the 1 minute time frame, and we need to look at the trend of this token. If the trend of the token is dumping down, personally don't like that. We're not going to get any good gains from a token that is trending down. So we move to the next token, switch to the 1 minute time frame, and look at the trend. And again, the trend is kind of downward. So we skip to the next one. And really, I just do this until I find a token that meets my requirements for grid trading. And here we might have one already. So this is a fantastic opportunity for grid trading right here. DeepSeek, obviously pumping pretty hard. So potentially this could go a lot higher. So a really great opportunity to grid trade this particular token. Now we found one pretty early. We don't need to go through these others, but just to have a quick look, you can see this one's also trending up. You want these tokens that are grinding up and not grinding down. So you want to make sure you're getting tokens that still have volume and still grinding up. Here is another good example. This one is Trim. 2.58 million is also grinding up. Now 2.58 million is pretty good. 9.7 million for DeepSeek is getting high, but still plenty of volume going through DeepSeek, 104K every 5 minutes. So plenty of opportunity to grid trade that as well. So that is how I find tokens initially, using this pump fund page with the stats of the week, today, yesterday. Also, you can see this week's stats as well as this month's stats. 254 million for Vine, Mobi, 115 million. We're just looking for tokens between 1 and 10 million that are grinding upwards, steadily growing, and have plenty of volume, and we found two of those with Trim and DeepSeek. So now I'm going to give you a bit of a tutorial on how I would add these to my grid trading in DeFi Solana bot. So here you can see DeepSeek, we have 9.69 million. Just going to jump down to the 1 second time frame. I want to get quite close to where the current price of the token is in case it dumps down. Then if it dumps below my level, then I'm not going to lose too much. I'm probably only going to do 2 or 3 buys. And if it dumps down, I haven't lost much at all. So I want to get down to about 9 million here. It's currently 9.76 million. I'll set the low point at 9 million. So if it does happen to dump down and keep going down, when it goes past 9 million, I'm not going to buy any more tokens, and I'll probably be able to recover my losses. It might pump back up again eventually. And I'm going to make a higher point of probably about 12 million up here. So between 12 and 9 million, quite a small window. Could go higher, could go to 13 or 14 million, but let's set it up in DeFi Solana bot between 9 and 12 million initially and see how things work for DeepSeek. So I'm just going to copy that contract here, DeepSeek contract. And we're going to go over to grid trading for DeFi Solana bot, add a new grid. We're going to paste that contract address in here, and it's going to show up here, DeepSeek. So we just want to click on DeepSeek, and we've got the options here: top market cap, low market cap, swing size, and investments. Now, by default, your investment is 1 Solana, swing size is 5%. Usually I go up a bit higher than that. So let's just set these market caps. Remember, the market caps are in thousands, so you don't need to set in the millions. So 12 million is 12,000 and 9 million is 9,000. We have 12 and 9 there, a range of 33%. For 1 Solana, our order size is 0.167. We have 6 levels and our swing size is 5%. Now, I'm pretty happy with that, but I do want more profit from each swing. So I'm just going to upgrade that swing size to 7% and see what happens there. 0.2 per order, 0.07. So I'm pretty happy with that. 5 levels between 12 and 9 million, 0.2, swing size 7%, profit per swing 0.007. So that looks okay to me. And all you need to do is turn your grid on. Now, I don't worry about SL or stop loss at the moment. If it runs a bit below your low market cap of 9 million, you can set so it sells your tokens if it runs below that low level market cap of 9 million, but I prefer just to leave that off. So just in case things bounce back up again, because I do get quite close to that low level of the token. As you can see here, it's currently 9.45 and I've got my set at 9 million. So if that happens to buy a couple of times and dump back down here, my stop loss won't trigger. I have not set that up, but if it comes back up, then I'll be able to make profit again. So I'm just going to leave that as is. I've got a swing size of 7%. Now let's jump over and do trim. Let's have a look at trim. Now, I normally only do 2 grid trades at a time, so I don't worry about doing too many. Don't get too greedy. 2 grid trades at any one time is plenty for you to make some profits, and these tokens are looking pretty damn juicy. So let's jump into the 1 second time frame for trim. Slight downturn in the 1 second time frame, but for the most part it is trending up. So let's have a look. We're currently 2.76 million. I'm going to drop that down to 2.4 million, and then the high market cap at 4 million. So just copy that contract, jump back over to DeFi Solana bot, hit the back button and add a new grid, and let's add trim to that, and we'll just jump into trim. So we need the top market cap of 4 million, low market cap of 2.4 million, swing size 5%. So it's 0.091 per order. So that's too little. We're not making any profit on that. So we need to now increase the swing size. So let's increase that swing size to 10% and see what that does. 1.67 per order, 0.01 profit per swing. So that is perfectly fine. And let's turn that grid on. So both of those grids are now on, and we can just jump back over to our DeFi Solana bot and grab that wallet, and we can paste our wallet address in here to get our buys. Now there should be a couple of buys here already, and you can see that's already dropped down below 9 million rather quickly. So that has taken a turn right there at the moment. Now what I like to do when I do set my low and high levels is I like to mark them on the chart right here, just to keep me in the loop of where things are. And what was that? 12 million at the high level, and there you go. So that now we are grid trading in between those 2 ranges. Now that will have to jump back up into this range here in order for me to sell those buys. But the good thing is I'm not making any more buys if it's dumped down here, and if it continues to dump down, really it's only a small loss anyway. So what I will do here, wait for that to pump back up again. But if you look at the 1 minute chart, it really is grinding on the way up, so it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty confident the way things are looking with this token that it will come back into this range, and I'll start getting some sells and some buys on regular occasions. So let's just extend that out and extend that out as well. So now let's have a quick look at trim. So trim is also now starting to grid trade. Let's just get our wallet showing up here. We've got no buys on that yet, but we are at 2.4 million at the low level and 4 million at the high level. So now we're grid trading between or in that range there. And if you look at the 1 minute time frame, you can see things are looking pretty positive. The token is grinding up. So I'm pretty positive or pretty confident that I'll get some nice buys and sells in this range. Now, there is another method that you can use to find good tokens to grid trade with, and that is an alpha channel provided by DeFi Solana bot themselves. It's a private channel that I'm going to post right here in the description of this video. So let's jump over to that private channel now. Here is a private DeFi Solana bot calls channel, which will give you grid trading calls for you guys in DeFi Solana bot. Now, these are calls that are made by carefully selected traders in DeFi Solana bot. Now, I am one of these traders, so whenever I make a call to grid trade a certain token, it will show up here in the DeFi Solana bot private channel. And you can see Trim has shown up and also DeepSeek has shown up. So those two calls that I just did, or those grid trades that I just set, they've just shown up here in the DeFi Solana bot private channel for grid trading calls. And there are various other traders as well here. So you can get some great calls here from DeFi Solana bot in this private channel, which is linked in the description below. So make sure you jump onto that as well as using that Pump Fund webpage to find great tokens as well, which we just found two and started grid trading on. You can see now that DeepSeek is trying to come back into that range. Now we're pretty positive that will come back into that range. DeepSeek is probably going to go a lot higher considering the hype around this token. Now this week I started some live trading sessions every week on my YouTube channel. So make sure you jump into the link below. There is a membership link if you want to jump into my live trades and we can work together with live trades. Or if you want to join my premium Telegram group, the link is also in the description below. You will get access to my live trades as well on Telegram. Now, last week in my live trades, I did some grid trading, managed to get some fantastic results. Here are the two tokens that I did on my live stream. This one is called Illusion. You can see I did about 80 trades here on Illusion. Fantastic, just grinding up, buying and selling, about 10% swings each way. And when it turned around, I decided to jump out, and obviously that was a good call. Now the next one I got in was MAI, did about another 80 trades on that as well. And of course, I might have gotten out a bit too early. I could have kept going with that and made a lot more money on that. But you can see the results from those two. Illusion, I made 9%. So it was about a 10% swing. So when it turned around, I did make a bit of a loss on the way down, but I still managed to make 9% gains. My volume was 1,857 buys and 2,025 sold. So $167 in profit for a couple of hours of grid trading. And the second one, MAI, very much the same thing, about $2,000 in trading volume, profit of $179, 8.6%. Not bad going for about 2 hours of grid trading. So just basically take two tokens, start grid trading. I recommend don't trade any more than two at any one time. Just keep an eye on, see how they go. This one might take a little bit of time getting back up. Trim is looking pretty good, so potentially we should make some gains on that one. Again, my live trading sessions are on my YouTube channel in my membership section, as well as the DGen Meme Calls premium section. So make sure you sign up for those to jump in on the live streams with me to show you how things work live trading, and we can learn a lot together live trading these meme tokens. It certainly is an accelerated experience learning trading meme tokens live on the stream. So don't be shy. Get started with grid trading. Jump into the free Telegram channel or the premium Telegram channel. Let me know if you have any questions about grid trading. Happy to help wherever you need it. There's some great success to be had with grid trading. It takes the emotion out of the game as well. All you need to do is check out on every now and then and make some adjustments if you need to do so. For example, in DeepSeek, maybe I'll readjust this. I will stop the grid trade and maybe adjust this down because this will bounce back soon, very soon. So you just need to make sure you keep an eye on it, make adjustments as you go, and just make sure that the token is still grinding up. If the token does reverse and come back down, then it's a good idea to get out of it before you start losing too much of those profits that you've just made. So that is a very easy process to get started with grid trading. And you really don't need that much in terms of getting started. All this volume here was created with just 2 Solana. So you don't need a lot of Solana to get started with grid trading and to create all this volume in order to make these kind of profits. So very cool to get started with that. All right, DeFi Degens, meme maniacs, I hope that helped you in terms of grid trading. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and also smash the notification bell. Plenty of new videos on the way. Talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye for now. My DeFi life,